This isn't a rumor, and this isn't social media exaggeration. This is what people who were inside a U.S. detention facility say they witnessed. At a migrant camp in Florida, chillingly nicknamed Alligator Alcatraz, former detainees say guards used a punishment they called the box, a tiny outdoor cage, roughly 2 feet by 2 feet, just big enough to stand, not big enough to lie down. Exposed to the brutal South Florida heat, swarms of mosquitoes, and the elements of the Everglades. One man who saw it described it as a dog crate. Another said it was slightly bigger than a coffin. People were forced into it for hours, sometimes longer, shackled, exhausted, unable to move. Guards allegedly used it as a threat, a warning, a reminder of who had power and who did not. Amnesty International has already described cages like this as torture, not harsh conditions, not discipline, torture. And this wasn't overseas. This wasn't a black site. This was domestic, on American soil, in a facility built under emergency powers, funded with hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars, and publicly praised by officials who joked about alligators and pythons waiting for anyone who tried to escape. Florida's Attorney General went on Fox News and laughed about it. The governor rushed the facility into existence with no bid contracts, missing paperwork, and legal shortcuts. Federal officials claimed it wasn't their problem, even as the president and DHS secretly toured the site and FEMA reimbursed the state more than $600 million. When confronted, officials denied everything, called it a hoax, claimed the reports were fabricated, released polished statements and stock photos of food trays while former detainees described moldy meals, freezing temps, constant light, being chained to the floor, and going hours without sleep or food. One man who never even ended up in the box still said everyone suffered. He said the threat alone was enough, that knowing you could be locked in a metal cage in a swamp at any moment broke people. If this is allowed to stand, the question is no longer how far the system can go. It's who they decide belongs in the box next.